Welcome to Salt Lake City, where the mighty Utah student section is ready to turn this place into a cauldron of noise. Rice-Eccles Stadium, home to the Utah Utes. And while today is the final home game of the season for one team, it is more importantly a celebration, Senior Day. As we'll see the #2 team in the country, the TCU Horned Frogs, taking on the 20th ranked team in the land, the Utah Utes. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth, as always, by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's tee this one up. The Horned Frogs will get us underway with the opening kickoff. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. So the Utah Utes offense will take the first swing of the game. And here he comes, and you may think that you can take a wide receiver out of the game plan, but Jesse, with this guy, he sort of believes, I'm him, I'm the dude.
Yeah, and he gives defensive coordinators nightmares too, I swear. When you watch this guy's highlight tape, man, he scares you to death with his speed. He can take the top off the defense. He can change the game, David, on any given play.
And so how many different ways can I continue to give him touches? You know, they're going to split him out wide. I'd hand him the football. I'd throw it to him quick. I'd throw it to him deep. This is a playmaker that will be featured.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Wilson will throw. If the quarterback's a little more on target there, maybe they hook up, but it's an incompletion. The emotions and energy figure to be high all day, guys, because of what's at stake this late in the season. Really a must-win for both teams.
Yeah, these are the ones that get your blood moving, Reese. You get jacked up, man. You don't have to say anything in the locker room, give these big speeches. You know what's at stake, Jesse. You're ready to rock and roll. This is when you prove you're the big dog.
Which is pretty cool, too, because it's been a long season. And these teams obviously are both physically and mentally tired. But you're right. For this kind of game, this is the one you circled at the start of the year. You knew that this was going to matter. There was going to be a lot on the line. Now it's time to go out and prove you're the better team.
So the TCU Horned Frogs offense will try to get something started with their first possession. And if these two guys wind up getting matched up, David, we'll see what wins, speed or force.
Yeah, and you love to be physical and set the tone, and this linebacker does that consistently. Now, Jesse, keeping up with the speed on the other side, that's a different animal.
Might be different, but we're going to see this receiver work underneath on some drag routes. You better be careful. You do not want to get caught in the wash against this linebacker.
Got 6 on first down. Now a lot of options on 2nd and 4. They go to the ground. Finally pulled down, but not before moving the chains for a first down.
All right, defense, that's what we can't do. We can't give up this many chunk yards on the ground. Got to commit more guys to the line of scrimmage. Got to get those running backs on the ground. That's way too easy.
Steps to his left, out of the pocket. Got him, and nobody's close. And it is a chunk play, a huge gain on that one before the defense brings it to an end.
Man, if I'm a defense, I got to find a way to get some more pressure on the quarterback or disrupt their timing and their rhythm. I can't give them these big chunk plays through the air. I got to be maybe a little bit more aggressive or do something a little bit different.
Handoff to the lone back. Pushing ahead, a tough run, picks up 4, it's down at the 15. Solid pickup of 4 on first down, it's 2nd and 6. Leaves it with the running back. Not a lot of daylight there. Let's give him 1 to the 14. Really need to pick up this conversion and avoid having to settle for the field goal. Touch pass on the jet sweep. Got enough space. Touchdown, Horned Frogs. And they score first.
Big-time players make big plays in big games, man. And it seems like each and every week when this guy has an opportunity in the end zone, he's coming up with the big one. That time, great job focusing and concentration. Defense not able to cover him. That's his now 10th receiving touchdown on the year.
Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. And they desperately wanted to attempt a return, but decided not to. Instead, they'll take the touchback. Utah has it back on the offense coming onto the field. Last time, David, it was 1-2-3 kick.
The last drive, that 3 and out, sometimes that puts your defense in a bad spot, and you got to get a drive together here so you don't wear the defense out.
I just think, David, too predictable that last drive. They got to do something here to get this defense on their heels.
The quick passing game does several things. One, it doesn't let the pass rush get you. Those great defensive linemen, the ball's coming out so fast they can't get there. And then what else? It gets me ahead of the sticks. I don't have to worry about getting in long yardage and predictable situations.
Quarterback on the keeper. Still on his feet at the 45. Finally stopped at the 46 after a 15-yard gain.
Well, this is one of the fastest quarterbacks in college football, and that's why the option's a good idea. Because if he can get out in space and he has a chance to get downfield, he is really difficult to tackle, and he's very difficult to catch. As you saw in that last play, getting a first down.
Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be second down. They'll throw again after the incompletion. Catch in the middle, it's Lions. And how about that catch and run? So dangerous, this guy.
And that's the danger. When you've got a receiver like that, if you blitz and you're playing man coverage, he's one-on-one, and he's going to burn you if you don't get home to the quarterback.
The Utes are on the move. From the gun, running back gets the give. Able to scrounge 3 yards out of that one somehow. It's 2nd and 7.
And those physical runs take a toll. It might not be a big game now, but down the road, 3rd, 4th quarter, late in the ball games, they tend to turn into bigger runs.
Gonna run it. It's Mitchell. Across the 25. He's got room. Touchdown, Utah! He broke away from the defense, and they couldn't catch him. Boy, did he just scorch that defense for that score.
He shows you all of it. He's got the speed. He's got the agility. This dude's a big-time playmaker. You just give him the ball, and he'll find different ways to kill you on different plays.
Fellas, wanted to keep you informed on the battle for the Peach State between Georgia and Georgia Tech. Georgia was like a 65-man mute button. They went on the road and silenced one of the most vocal crowds in football. And it's clear this Dogs team has adopted the mantra, let your play do the talking. Sure happened today. 60 minutes of football and a convincing outcome, and certainly a game with implications far beyond just the standings, fellas.
Yeah, how about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game there. Kevin, thanks for the update. Followed that blocking and got 5 out to the 26.
It's going to be important this offensive line is able to get a little bit of push. Just got to give this guy an inch, a little crease, and he can make yards for him.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. The play action fake. Moving out of the pocket. And it'll be incomplete. He got on the move trying to make something happen, but just couldn't find a man.
That is a tremendous job by the defender on that play, because when the ball was thrown, his head was turned around. He was watching the receiver, quickly spun the head, turned his shoulder, located the ball, and then knocked it down.
To the air, it's Glagway. Makes his connection. There to make the tackle, but the big throw is good enough to give them a first down. He might have expected to see this DB up in his receiver's kitchen. Instead, nice little zone, and they pick up the first.
Man, offenses are getting so good, Reese, at seeing the holes in the zone, knowing you're in zone, knowing where to sit down, how to make it an easy pitch and catch for the quarterback, and that's what it was on 3rd and short.
That's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's first down, the defense thinks you might be running the football. You still can line up and get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
On 2nd down, he'll let it fly. Got it in the middle, it's Walters. And they wrap him up, but not before he gets enough on the catch for the first down.
Nice job by the running back catching the football and understanding where the first down marker was. I got to go get that first down. He did a nice job of it.
They'll go back to the ground. And how about the efficiency on that one? It'll bring up 2nd and 4.
Yeah, this coaching staff, they're getting this offensive line lathered up and into a rhythm. Now they're letting them drive off the ball on first down on these running plays, and they're getting chunks of yardage.
Using his legs, it's Gburg. On the move at the 30. Just what this offense was looking for. Sets him up at the 26 with the first down.
When the running back gets going and gets ahead of steam like that, so hard to get to the ground. That's why you blitz. That's why you bring pressure. That's why you bring more guys in the box so you can get him before he gets going. But once he got going, you could tell it was hard to get a hand on him, hard to get him to the ground.
The throw to the outside is complete. He knew exactly where he wanted to go with that one, and they've got enough for the first down. As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. Looking to pass inside the red zone. They're setting up the screen. Headed to the end zone. There to make the tackle, and that's how we'll wrap up this first period. It's been punch, counter punch throughout the early part of this game as we take a look at the first quarter stats. They fought to a standstill in the first. Let's see who gets the edge early in the second. Starting off this quarter close enough to smell the goal line. Trying to slam in. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, TCU!
You just simply can't say enough about this guy and what he has meant to this offense. Big-time players make big plays in big games. He has shown up each and every week. That's his 15th rushing score on the season.
About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. He'll bring it out. It's Adams. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. The Utah offense returns ready to go back on the attack. After standing on the sideline and watching that long touchdown drive, they really need to put something together to give their defense a rest.
And that's a real thing, man. Like, you played a lot of plays, you get worn out. You need a chance to go decompress on the sideline, get some oxygen, calmer. Now it's on this offense.
Yeah, this is the definition of complementary football because it's a two-pronged problem. You've got to score points and answer, but you've also got to take your time and give your defense an opportunity to get their win.
Wide receiver now comes in motion. Wilson to pass. And boy, was that pressure in his face immediately. Down he goes. Boy, could they use a conversion on 3rd and short from their own 24. Here's the snap, ready to cut one loose. Didn't have much of a choice, just had to throw that one away. It'll be 4th down. And the Utes decide to punt it away. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. He only needs a sliver of daylight. He was hoping for a little more running room, but they're able to get him down at the 45. TCU will send its offense back onto the field. Jesse looking to take it down the field for back-to-back touchdowns.
I think it's really important for them moving forward, too, to have a lot of balance, right? You want to be able to keep this defense guessing, Pollock.
Yeah, and you got me searching for answers after that last drive. You stack another drive on top of this, their defense's heads are going to be spinning all over the place.
The big pickup on first down leaves them with 2nd and 1. Looking for a crease. It's Gburg. One-step wrap, two-step squeeze. This junior knows how to get him on the ground.
And that was a nice second down run. It's setting up 3rd and inches. And now it's physical time, right? Like, they know you might run the football. You know you probably want to run the football. How can you be more physical? Sometimes bring some extra bodies, some extra tight ends in. Go to that play that you know is your short yardage play.
Catch in the middle. It's James. Good job running that route to get past the sticks because he got nothing after the catch. We asked earlier this week, who's your favorite receiver? And, of course, he said the open one. But we know who he really wants to go to on third down.
The best one. I mean, I think the open one, obviously the politically correct answer, but you want to find the guy that you got that great chemistry with. You know exactly where he's going to be. You got that bond and that trust.
I'll tell you, this is a running back who's very, very dangerous, and the defense did a good job getting him down there. But they got to do a great job gang tackling, because this is a guy that can break tackles and turn those types of plays into home runs.
Really nice job there by both guys, the throw and the catch, to work that defense and get the first down.
And this has got to be so demoralizing for this defense right now, having given up multiple first downs on this drive. Somebody on defense has to step up, make a play, and stop the bleeding.
And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
Big tight end tries to make a catch, and you can tell he extends for the ball, but great job by the defender getting in there, making the hit, dislodging the football out at the same time as he's going to catch it, and the big tight end couldn't hold on to it.
The give to the back. Puts him in the spin cycle. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. And the Horned Frogs look to do some damage in the red zone. Looking to throw, it's Lagway. Finds his big tight end. A quick tackle made, but he's got plenty for the first down. You don't want to have to settle for the field goal down here. When you have a red zone weapon like this dude, use him.
Yeah, and when you get in this area and you've got that big target, and that
headed to the end zone. He almost punched it in for 6. They'll get him down at the 1-yard line.
first down, you know you always want to establish the running game. How about this offense? Nothing fancy. Run the football, be physical, get a big gain.
Quick pass on the jet motion. And he will take it in. Touchdown, Horned Frogs!
And this receiver is on fire. He's got all the skills that you look for in a big-time target. And that's already his second touchdown of the game.
And the extra point puts them on top 21-7. About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. And he hauls it in, and everybody's on the edge of their seats. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. Utah has it back, and the offense coming onto the field. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
And I think being down 14, you can kind of feel that way. But, dude, if you put a good drive together, this is a 7-point game, so Palmer, no need to panic.
I was just going to say, David, I mean, this thing can flip quick. You go down, score, all of a sudden your defense gets a stop, or who knows, better yet, gets a turnover. This game is entirely different.
Kind of like that big, reliable security. And that's what tight ends are a lot of the times. They're just usually big, huge guys that if I throw it anywhere near him, he's going to pluck it, catch it, and give me some positive yards.
Use the play fake, now to throw. And the pressure was too much. They get him at the 15.
Play action pass success has a lot to do with selling that fake. You could tell defense was not buying it, got in the backfield, got the big play.
And now to try to put things in motion on 2nd and long from the 15. Wilson will throw, using the quick game. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. It's 3rd down now, and they ought to be able to get off one more play before the 2-minute warning. And the quarterback caught up to and sacked at the 12. We've made our way to the 2-minute warning, and now they'll try to at least cut a little something off of this lead before the break. And the coverage team able to make the tackle. TCU has it back, and the Horned Frogs go on offense. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything their play caller is dialing up These guys offensively have been able to go out and execute there.
Yeah, and it's just maintaining the lead. Keep doing what you've been doing. You got a big lead. Let's just keep piling it on until they find an answer.
After the incompletion, looking at second down. He's looking to throw. Quickly out to the tight end. And that is good versatility there and a big hit from the backer in pass coverage. Let's see what they do here on 3rd and short from the 41.
Well, you hear all the time that the tight end's the QB's best friend. You saw a perfect example of it on that last play, right? Second down, you need to pick up some positive yards to keep this 3rd down manageable. Really nice job of executing there.
You know, you start day 1 of training camp running your base runs. You need a few yards, you run these plays. You need a first down, you run these plays. You rep them over and over and over again. Not sexy, they're not pretty, but in the end, they're effective, and they get you that new set of downs when you need them.
And this time, they're waiting for him, and he only gets back to the line of scrimmage.
Offense tries to go RPO and hand off to the running back, but how about the defense up front? They're just too stout. They're not getting moved anywhere, and they're able to make a big-time play.
Makes the catch. It's Baker. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense. Try to barge their way in. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, TCU!
And the running back gets his 2nd rushing touchdown of the game. You want to continue to feed this guy. You can tell he's got a nose for the end zone, knows how to get in there, knows how to make things happen.
And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Guys, let's get you up to speed on what's going down in this fun college football game today. Boise State is in front. They've played awfully well today. And while there's no Kellen Moore out there, this group is fighting. They're up by 7 over Air Force. Just another week of college football where we've come to expect the unexpected, fellas.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. Wilson to pass. Pressure coming. Trying to escape and get it himself. There's a timeout called as this offense tries to find a way to draw a little closer. Line getting set on 2nd down. He's looking to throw. Finds his man. It's Williams. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. So what do they have for 3rd and short from their own 23? And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up. The Utes will punt it away on 4th down. 4th time tonight we've seen this guy come on to punt. He gets a block, and the returner will be brought down. TCU will send its offense back onto the field. In modern college football, Jesse, if there's time, there's an opportunity to attack.
And I like them being aggressive here too, guys.
He wants to go deep. And he makes the catch inside the 25. And he takes it all the way. They couldn't stop him. Touchdown, Horned Frogs!
Hey, coming into the game, you look at the stats and you say top 10 offense in scoring, so they better be able to create what? Explosive plays. Another explosive plays. They've been doing it all year long. Those plays are backbreakers. Defenses just can't contain this offense.
They got the late touchdown on the board, now about to kick it away and hoping the defense can keep them from answering. He'll start the return inside his 5. And good work by the coverage team to knock down the return man. So let's see how they play it in this final 30 seconds of the first half. Takes the handoff. It's Mitchell. And he finds enough running room, and he's marked down at the 20. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Gentlemen, you've been calling a lively one so far from Salt Lake City. Talk about a first half from that dude out of the backfield. He's been a total game changer. And how many top plays moments have we seen on missed tackles alone? Video game moves from one of the shiftiest players in all of college football. With that said, let's send it back to the guys at Rice-Eccles Stadium.
The Utes will line up to kick off and start the second half. On the move from inside his 5. And the returner could find no daylight. He goes down. TCU has it back and the Horned Frogs go on offense. Looking for a productive play on first down. He'll start this third quarter with a run. And they picked up 9 on first down. It'll bring up second and short.
I know it's sexy to throw the football, but if you can pound it away and get these kind of gains, they will just add up, wear the defense down, get first downs, and ultimately get some points.
9-yard pickup on first down, and now they can take a shot on second and short. Back to throw, it's Flagway. Quickly complete. Excellent job working through the air there, finding a hole in that defense and picking up a first down.
I'll tell you, QBs and receivers, they practice these out routes all week long, and you've got to anticipate. You've got to be comfortable throwing it before he gets out of his break, and they executed it perfectly right there to pick up that first.
Good job running tough and behind his pads as he gets up to the 38-yard line.
It's the MO of this offense, and they really put a lot on the offensive line to go out and really try and establish their dominance and their assertiveness, and they've done a good job of that early in this game running the football.
After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. From the gun, they'll try the middle. A confident, tough, efficient run gets it up to the 44.
I think you run that play so you stay out of 3rd and long. 3rd and long is not where an offense ever wants to thrive. 3rd and medium, hey, I'm good with that. So you run that play to make sure you're set up for a good 3rd down.
Bully ball on 3rd and short. And they'll move the chains and get it to the 47-yard line.
That is how it's done on 3rd down and short. No doubt about it. An easy hole to get through and clearly get the first down.
If you really want to simplify football, the low man wins. That time the offense got the better of the D to easily pick that up.
A strong tackle and wrap up from the junior.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground, take away that run game, make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. Receiver on the move gets the touch pass. And they'll stop him after a minimal pickup.
Well, and on these little push passes, timing is so important. You're trying to snap it right as he's getting a full head of steam. When he gets the ball, he's hitting the outside, and David, it puts the defense in such a difficult spot.
You immediately have to be rotating when you see that motion, so everybody's got to communicate and kind of bump over. That's why offenses love to run it. It makes the defense communicate and see if you can just get him out of the spot.
Really putting together a threat now. They get the first. It's at the 37. The Horned Frogs come to the line with a new set of downs.
Well, it just seems like everything is working for the offense on this drive. Another nice gain, this time on the ground.
They pick up half of it. It'll be 2nd and 5.
Well, you're making a positive out of a negative. And that time, quarterback, nice job buying time. He's trying to throw the football downfield. Nothing there, so instead of throwing it away and getting the incomplete, just get what you can get and make this next down more manageable.
That's the end of the quarter, and TCU has the lead. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. 35. Will the beatdown continue, or is this a comeback for the ages in store? We'll see as we start the fourth. down now as they're ready to go back to work. And I don't think they got it snapped before the play clock ran out.
Delay of game. Offense.
That is a completely avoidable penalty. The quarterback just went into brain lock and lost track of the play clock. On second down, he'll let it fly. And they're on him immediately. Down goes the quarterback.
And it's such an advantage for this defense to have an outside linebacker like that can rush the passer because they can set the edge. They can get off the ball, and they're just way too fast for tight ends or for offensive tackles to get out and block them.
And the third down pass is incomplete.
Third and long situations are really hard to convert. The defense knows it's going to be passed. The pass rushers are getting upfield. You're under pressure. You don't have timing. And as a result now, fourth down.
On fourth down, going to the air. And that ball is picked off. Just a small return, but a big play as they have it now at the 45.
Not all guys have the ability to break on the football, go make a play, and catch it. You play defense for a reason. A lot of wide receivers are the ones that do most of the catching. Great job by the defense securing the INT.
The Utah offense returns ready to go back on the attack. Wilson will throw. Fires to the wideout. What a job to lay out and make the catch. And this junior loves to show off that big arm.
The offense has struggled. They're not going to win this game, but trust me, this coaching staff is still trying to find things to build off of for next week. And after an explosive play like that, maybe they can generate just a little bit of momentum and gain a little bit of confidence that they can keep coaching up heading into their next game.
Nice job by the QB sitting back in the pocket. You can tell he wants to throw the football, go through his progressions. Nothing home, take off and slide. I love the slide at the end. Don't take a big shot.
And the defense makes a play, and they get the quarterback down at the 26.
Oftentimes with play action, you're asking the quarterback to hold on to the ball a bit longer, and you're asking this offensive line to hold up and pass pro a bit longer. Against this athletic front seven on defense, it's going to be tough.
Off play action. And this defense is bringing the heat. Another sack.
Man, there are defensive players out there that can just take games over, and that's what's happening with this guy right now. He is not cooperating with the offensive game plan. A sack on 2 consecutive plays, and now on third down, you know he's pinning his ears back again.
On third and long, no secret what he needs here. He ended up losing yardage on the play, and that'll bring up fourth down.
I don't really have the words to describe this eloquently. I just know that he's going the wrong way.
Down by multiple possessions, you can't come up empty on this drive. They'll go for it on fourth down. And it's going to be batted down. They'll turn it over on downs.
Tell you what, it gets late in the football game, man. I got to start being aggressive. When I'm in a hole and the clock's running out, like it's going to make me have to throw the football, be more aggressive. And this offense doesn't come through for their team, and now they're going to really need their defense to get some stops here in this football game in the fourth quarter.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. Be interesting to see what the offense does on this next one.
False start. Offense.
The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Wideouts all wadded up in a bunch. Looking to throw on second down. He's got his man. Push down for the tackle.
Man, that quarterback knew that was a tiny window to throw into, and he just showed off his cannon of an arm.
Third and short now. They snap it from their own 46. They want that clock to run. They wrestle him to the ground, but he's got plenty for a first down.
And the defense down in this game, they just can't do anything to stop this offense at this point, David. Right now, they know they're going to be trying to run the football and try and ice the game, but there's nothing at this point it seems they can do.
Yeah, and it's frustrating. I got to sell out, man. I got to bring as many guys to the line of scrimmage as I can. I got to find a way to get this ball back to my offense. The clock is not my friend, and them running the football is only going to run this thing out quicker. I got to find a way to make something happen, strip the football, do something. And that's a good stop for this defense. And listen, there hasn't been a lot of positive today, but let's finish this game strong. I think that'll be the message from the defensive coordinator. Can we get a stop? Can we get them off the field? I know lots went wrong, but let's live in this moment and try to be great right here to end the game.
Good timing on the quick out. He's run out of bounds, but not before turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down. And the Horned Frogs come to the line with a fresh set of downs. They'll leave it with him. And he's a real nowhere man tackled in this no-gain land.
That back had absolutely nowhere to run the football. Actually, is he counting? I think he's counting to make sure there's only 11 guys on defense.
Looking for room. It's Payne. Stop is made at the 22. A 10-yard pickup and a first down just outside the red zone.
Well, I know this is an offensive line that has a ton of pride, and they want to come out each and every game and really impose their will on the D-line. They got just enough push there on that run play to pick up the first.
And the quarterback takes a knee. Their work here is virtually done. No need to take any more chances. They'll line up in victory formation. When you know you have a team outclassed, the ability to play to that standard and finish with a blowout like this is really impressive.
And it's almost like playing against yourself, right? You know you're better. You know you're going to win the football game, but how do I continue to still execute? This was so easy, great execution, just beat down in every facet.
I think as a player, you just love being in such great rhythm, and we saw that right from the get-go in this game. Offense just able to matriculate the ball down the field. Defense was not giving anything up. What a great game plan coming in, and this was just total domination.
So that's going to do it for us. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, I'm Reese David.